Alright guys, so welcome back. We're in the Western Sound today. I'm in my local area pretty much. I don't want to really fish the rip out here because I saw a full moon last night, so I'm guessing the tidal coefficient's really high. The currents are going to be ripping. I want to fish jigs, I want to fish shallow water with jigs on light spinning gear. The rip is where a lot of the boats go, so I'm going to try to find a couple more like smaller boulder patches on the side here. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna find short fish. I'd be totally happy with one keeper today. That would be more than expected. We are pretty much set up. Get these crabs a little rinsed off. See if we're on a good bottom. I think we're in a good spot. We're in 14 feet. I might consider moving a tiny bit from where I am. I'm using like a ½ ounce. Pretty sure this is a ½ ounce. It may take some time to get these fish going, but nope. Nope, it does not. It's probably going to be a lot of porgies today too. Yeah, we are in the Western Sound. It bites immediately, that's a great sign. Water temps are 61. So they're getting there, getting close to that 60 mark. Probably another week it'll be sub 60. Wow. Well, we got some smart fish down there. Oh, there's a nice bite. They're just taking like one big bite at it though. They're not picking it up. Not yet anyway. Alright, got our first female blackfish. It's cool. At least we know they're around. Move a tiny bit though into like the bigger part of the patch of rocks because I didn't really swing as much as I thought I would. Alright guys, we moved over to the spot that I really wanted to fish. 19 feet. Alright, bites already, which is good. It's a bigger bite. Ooh. Oh. Nice, that's definitely a blackfish. Alright, they're around. That's a good thing. He's a whole crab. Shell on, just like that. Oh, sharp tap. There's definitely some fishing around. Just a tough bite. There we go. That's a big porgy. Yeah, I'm not opposed to keeping porgies, but I'm not gonna keep them just yet. That was a nice one though. Cut the claws off first, and then cut the legs. Big ones get cut in half. This is a big one. In a socket, out of socket. Pulling the shell off. I like to pull off any pieces that can, you know, allow them to get leverage on the crab. When we start catching like fish after fish after fish, then I'll leave the shell on and make the presentation bigger. But whoa, see, like those taps are sharp, but they're just like snagging it and then letting go. That's not a decent one. Oh, decent. That's a long fish. Nice. It's a tough bite. It's a tough bite. It tends to be like that here in the western sound shallows. Sometimes a little more hesitant. There we go. Got a lot of dead crabs in this batch. I'm not super happy with my purchase. It happens. The last batch I had, it was like perfect, almost like no dead ones, and maybe like 2 dead ones out of a 1/4 bushel, which is like incredible. This time I probably have at least 2 dozen that are dead. Ooh, come on, take it, take it. There we go. Oh, man, these fish eat so good during tog season. Like if you're a short blackfish during tog season, you have a pretty good life. I mean, you get fed quite a bit from fishermen. Dang, dude, can't believe these fish are so good. That's what we want. We want them to think that they are smart enough to get it out. And eventually that bigger one will see all those little guys getting fed, and he's gonna be like, nah, I want that. I mean, we have a pretty serious bite going on. But it's mostly small fish. Oh, small female tog. Oh, dude, this is like as hot as I've seen it. Chunky porgies. It's pretty big. A little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Getting a lot of good bites. But do you think there's a lot of porgies down there? We're gonna try a whole green right here. It's just like that. Alright, so just like that. So you leave the shell on and you only cut the shell on one side. I think it lets the juices get out, but keeps all the stuff intact. Come on, here we go. Oh, you've definitely fully had that. Some good looking porgies around. You know what, I should keep some. You know what? Start keeping porgies now because, you know, I forgot that they won't be around too much longer. Man, these guys just like seem to be swimming away with it, like not fully in their mouth. That's what it is. Yeah, see? They're definitely like picking it up and swimming away, but it's not like down in their mouth. It's just like at the tip of their mouth. And that's why every time I pull, I can feel it just like releasing out of their mouth. Not really eating the crab completely. That guy was just sitting on it. Oh, that's a decent blackfish. There. That one had it in his mouth for sure. Alright, let's keep going. I think I'll stay here till 9:30. Then I'll try another spot. It's either try another spot or just go deeper here. It's hard to say. I never really fished this spot, so I don't really know what the in and outs of it are. Very tough bite. I really had to wait that fish out. I'm gonna probably throw the underwater camera down, see what it looks like, and then make a decision on whether to move or not. Alright, made it to the deeper spot. We're in 29 feet. I need a heavier jig. I think this should do it. This is 3/4. I don't think we got like heavy strong current here. Definitely have a nice rock though under us. Alright. It's pretty much straight down. Now it's the waiting game. Build the bite back up. But yeah, you can see the top of this rock that I aimed for. It's a patch of boulders, but there's a big one right here, and I'm right on the top of it. So it's like 4 feet. Oh yeah. Here we go. Big porgy. I think we're gonna start keeping porgies. Haven't had the porgies in a little bit. Porgies is not a bad sign. Let's see if we can get some blackfish to come. Almost lost that guy. It doesn't feels like a striper maybe. I think that's a striper. I don't know. Foul hooked something or a striper. Yeah, it's a striper. Look at him. Just did a 360 around the entire boat. Alright, let's not do that again. No, let's not do that again, please. It's not a bad striper. Very cool. It always seems to happen. Every year I get like one striper doing this. Typically it's a little later. Alright, bite's finally turning on now. It took a while. I'm starting to get the little taps pretty consistently as soon as I drop a fresh piece. Haven't had like a really big hard tug yet though. Alright, getting there. That's a blackfish, so we know they're around. I think what also happened is I actually swung this way, which is where the rock was that way that I really wanted to be next to. I think it's the wind actually pushing me. Big porgy. We'll take it. Dude, that's a nice porgy. That's a nice porgy. We certainly will take porgies that size today. 14.5-inch porgy. I brought clams as like a backup in case Blackfish bite was just like so off. I could catch at least some porgies at the end. Okay. Just small females. Big porgy. No, Blackfish. I haven't measured a fish yet. 14.5. I mean, this is probably close to the bigger fish, though. I have not gotten many nice ones at all. But the bite is hot. It's fun. I'm having fun. Catching, striper here and there, too. It's kind of cool. Change it up. Keep you on your toes. Make it just seem not so repetitive. Because let's be honest, this type of fishing is quite repetitive. It's repetitive but fun. Oh! We're getting closer. Great sign. Maybe some of these big fish just came so powerful. Big porgies. It's not that big though. Let's try with the shell on. Give them a little something more difficult. It's funny with the shell on, it's definitely harder for them to get it. Okay. Dang, dude. That's a porgy. I guess we'll keep him too. It's just so weird. They don't really want to just take it. Oh. Oh, that was a giant fish. That I got snagged. Alright, so it's 10 o'clock. I've been fishing this spot for probably 45 minutes. Is that a porgy? Oh my gosh, this big porgy. At least we're catching porgies. Making this a lot of fun. We'll have some food tonight. I swam up with that one. It might be a sea bass. Oh man, what is that? Oh my gosh, it's a porgy taking drag. Oh, my drag is like batted down. Wow. Yeah, that might be my biggest porgy. Oh, my goodness. That is a porgy, man. That is a porgy. "18 inches. 18 inches. I think that's my biggest porgy. Yeah. That is my biggest porgy to date. 18-inch porgy. He swam up with it. What is that? That's a blackfish. I'm gonna give this like 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna go explore a little bit more, kind of head back, and maybe try like one spot on the way back. But I think we gave this spot a pretty good attempt. I think the tide is like really slowed now. It's getting near the slack, so I just think it's time to move. That is just a tank of a porgy. Alright guys, we're gonna start heading closer to launch. We'll try one more spot. Haven't really figured out where it's gonna be yet. I need to eat a PB&J to get some brain power and figure it out. There's another little patch of rocks here. First, see if we can get bites. I think this wreck patch might work out. I want to get bites first though before I set the anchor. There we go. Oh. Oh. That feels good. Oh. Big porgy. Oh my gosh. It's a nice fish. I'm not gonna anchor yet. This is not really my final destination. How many feet of water is this? This is 32 feet. If I catch a blackfish, I'll anchor up. Oh man. That was a good hit. Sea bass. That's the first sea bass of the day. Just keep messing around here a little bit longer. Still no blackfish. I think I'm gonna move. That's a blackfish. Oh, porgy. Alright, we're moving. Try another spot. I'm getting thumps. Getting thumps. Alright. Alright, yeah, that's a blackfish. Water is clear. Nice. Are we in them? We are in them. Might have to lower the jig weight. Let's go to a slightly smaller weight. Let's do 1/2 ounce. Probably should use lighter leader, honestly, in the shallow water. I think they can actually see it. Let's try that. Just try it over here. Yep, there we go. They just wanted it 4 feet on the other side of the boat. Oh. We got like 30 more minutes. Oh. No way that little guy did that. Better fish. Still not a keeper though. It's not even that big. Oh, that's a good fish. Still nothing like monstrous yet. The Sound has, the Western Sound has got pretty difficult to catch keepers. You gotta put your time in, you know? You can't just go on a weekend and kill them. Oof, man. That was a good bite. We're getting good bites here. That's a better fish. Which is not saying much for today. It's a beautiful day, that a fish. Oh man. Oh, that was a good fish, I think. It's like even the small fish are picking up the jig today. Yeah. I'll leave the shell on. See what that does. Alright, that's a good one. That's a good one. Feels pretty good. It's gonna be measurable. Oh man. I think he's still short. It's a good fight though. Nice male. Yep, 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Nice fish. That's the fish we've been looking for though all day. Maybe this is the spot. It's nice. Nice like white spot there. Curious if the blackfish will eat it. They definitely eat it in spring. Is it a porgy? Oh, blackfish ate the clam. Alright, I'll put the underwater down for a second because I'm curious to see how many are down there. Okay, so the underwater is pretty clear and I didn't really get a whole lot of good fish in the frame, but I think it is pretty helpful, so we're going to take a look at it. Yeah, this bottom is mostly the smaller rocks. They're not very high. This is kind of shallow, so there are, typically smaller fish here, but bigger fish can move through here. This is definitely, I think, like more of a foraging area. The rocks just aren't as big. That's a pretty good sized porgy taking a bite of the crab. The porgies definitely weren't stacked, but they would come in and out. A big one would come and then leave. And another thing you're going to notice is just how you really do need to change the bait on that crab, because after the crab has been sitting here, this is one drop. Definitely the fish are finding less and less interest in that crab. Off to the right of the screen, you can see a couple of blackfish there, and the water's churned up a bit. That's because I have another rod, and I'm trying to get the jig crab in the frame, but yeah, not working out too great. But you'll see, there's one clip where we get a picture of the the togs taking it. A lot of little fish in these shallows, a lot of little fish. And yeah, you can see my leader line pretty easily too. I do think it's probably better to use some maybe like 20-pound test. I was using 40. I think in the shallow clear water and without tall rocks, you probably can get away with 20-pound. Yeah, definitely learning that I need to change the bait more frequently, because you saw even the porgies are not really going for it, which to me is pretty surprising. So you're gonna see this blackfish coming in pretty quick. It's because there's a little bit of commotion happening over outside the frame. Yeah, right there, and actually caught a blackfish on the other rod. Focus your attention now at the top right. You'll see that little blackfish grab the crab and start swimming away with it. And right there, I tried setting on that. And as I had mentioned earlier, I kept missing fish that were picking up the crab and taking it away. And I thought initially that they just weren't, chewing it hard enough and, swallowing it enough. But I think really what was going on is that the fish were just small. What you're seeing here, they're all small. They're grabbing the crab, swimming off with it, but they're not able to really, take the whole crab down. Alright, so right there too, I just caught another fish on the jig crab. Watch, you see that little piece that fell down to the bottom? Yeah, see, the little guy got it, but that bigger fish was very interested in the smaller fish swimming away with the crab. Alright guys, that's it, headed in. That was pretty good. I think it was pretty much as I expected. I got one 15.5-inch fish, but that was the largest fish of the whole morning. And we hit up a lot of different spots, places that aren't, I think, pressured too much. Hard to find keepers out here, so I see what you guys are saying. And this is what I've been seeing, past few years. It's all right. Got some nice looking porgies, so happy I'm bringing fresh fish home. As it gets cooler, the bite might improve too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.